Hello, my dear students. It's time for Chapter 14, Unity in Diversity in Social Science. Now, I hope you remember the whole chapter is completed one time as per NCERT textbooks, but we are doing it again as per your new syllabus. So let's revise what we studied in the last video and then continue with the chapter. We started with the understanding of diversity. What is diversity? It means variety, a range of different things or people. Now, India is a country of diversity. We find various food, festival, customs, rituals, clothing, kind of social lives. Diversity is seen in so many things, like from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, you will find various people with different who are from different backgrounds, and even from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, no two states are similar. There will be various religions, they will be speaking different languages, they may be following different cultures. So these all things are diversity. They are part of our country, and in this diversity we have to be united. Then we studied about religion. What are the different religions that are followed in India? People having faith in different religion live in our country. People following various religions like Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism and Judaism live together harmoniously in spite of religious differences. All the religions are given equal importance in our country with good intention that all can practice or follow the religion equally. Each religion is given importance and they are treated equal. People are given the right to choose their own religion. Language. Hindi, English, Gujarati, Bengali, Marathi, Punjabi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Odia, Konkani, etc. and many other languages are spoken in our country. In spite of existing diversity in language, various languages have importance to maintain unity of our country. Hindi is a national language, but still all other languages are also given importance. Then culture. Cultural diversity is widely seen in our country due to differences in religion and language. People follow different religion and they speak different languages, so that way cultures are also different. Cultural diversity can easily be seen in various regions or states. People living in different parts of the country celebrate festivals like Diwali, Holi, Uttarayan, Dashera, Shivratri, Ganesh Chaturthi, Eid, Christmas, Ashadi Dooj, Moharram, Buddha Jayanti, Mahavir Jayanti, Onam, Pateti, Baisakhi, etc. together. These are the various festivals which are celebrated by people of different cultures. After that, we also studied about the folk dances. People living in the different parts of our country have expertise in different types of dances like Ras Garba in Gujarat, Bhangra in Punjab, Kathak in Uttar Pradesh, Kuchipudi in Andhra Pradesh, Kathakali in Kerala, Bharatnatyam in Tamil Nadu, Bihu in Assam, Odissi in Odisha and Ghumar in Rajasthan. These are the various folk dances which are found in different states. And then we did unity in diversity. How do we attain unity in diversity? First, we studied about the emotional unity. Emotional unity means where Indian culture, it is one of the oldest cultures. It is an ancient culture of the world, and people of our country differ from one another in many ways. But still, there is emotional unity. We all feel that we are connected. We are people, citizens of the same country. So that is emotional unity. Then we studied about national unity. Because of these differences, it may happen sometime that people may feel like one religion is better than other, but leaving all that aside, everyone has a feeling of sacrifice and cooperation for their nation. Country comes first. So that is national unity. And then We can find this national unity when there was the freedom movement, when we were trying to get a freedom back from the Britishers. It was not just because nobody fought, like it was the fights of only Hindus or only Muslims or only Sikh. Everybody got together and they fought together against the Britishers and got the freedom. So that is national unity. And then at last we studied about the concept of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. That is, the whole world is a family. Not just India, but we feel like each religion, each language, people from each region, they all have the right to be in this country. And since India has a diverse culture, it has been able to create a variety in cultures. And India has followed this principle that of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. So India in true sense spreads the feeling of religious tolerance and equality in the world, not just in country but in the world. And Indian people have developed and conserved this unique diversity. Now let's move ahead with the chapter. Now let's start with efforts for diversity and equality. Equality does not mean that all have to speak the same language, all have to follow the same religion, all have to follow the same culture. That's not the meaning of equality. Equality means that people are treated equal. You can be different. We have to maintain this diversity. That's the uniqueness of our country. We have to maintain that diversity and still treat people equally. Now, if people are not treated equally, that means there is discrimination between two people. What kind of discriminations happen? What things lead to discrimination? Let's see. Various types of diversities are seen in our country. Discrimination is seen due to these diversities. Discrimination on the basis of rich-poor, people who are rich and people who are poor. Male, female, your gender, whether you are male or a female. Literate, illiterate, people who can read and write any language if they can read and write, if they can study, and illiterate, those who can't read or write. Urban, rural, people living in metro cities and people living in villages. And castes are seen in our country. Castes are a group of people or a class of society. So that way that discrimination is being done. In the ancient times, social structure was occupation-based Varna system. If we go back to the old times, there were Varna, 4 different Varnas were there. Kshatriya, Brahmin, Shudra and Vaishya. These were based on occupation, like people born in this Varna, even only they could do certain jobs, like Brahmin who were scholars, Kshatriyas who were fighters or kings, rulers, Shudras who were traders, and Vaishyas who were doing the work of cleaning and serving the other caste. So these Varnas were there in the ancient time. But due to this, many groups remained backward socially and economically. Now, certain groups who are born in these castes, it's not that only they have that particular knowledge. Sometimes a person from Shudra or from Vaishyavarna also can be scholar, but that opportunity was not there. Hence, differences based on castes came into existence. Due to that differences based on caste came into existence. Most of literate people earn more, so their living standard is high. So that was about caste. Even today we have certain scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, but we'll study that in detail later. But now let's move forward to literacy. Now people who are literate, who can read and write, who have studied, who have some degree, they can earn more, so their living standard is high. People who are educated and people who are not educated. People who are not educated, even they may be talented, but still those who are literate, their standard of living is high. They live a high social life. They maintain reputed status in the society. Their status is also high in the society. Differences based on literate and illiterate can also be seen. People who are educated and people who are not educated, who do not even know the basic concepts of reading and writing. That is literacy, not just in English, but in any language. If you can read and write, that is literacy. And those who can't do that are illiterate. Most of the people in India are living in rural area. So after the castes, after the literacy, let's come to the region, urban or rural. In India, there are major cities, but besides that, there are many more villages, and most of the people are living in rural areas. Most of them are living in villages. Urban people are quite less as compared to rural people. People living in cities is lesser than people living in villages. Due to major difference in the living standard, differences have arisen among rural and urban people. Now we know that cities have many more facilities than the facilities that are available in villages. So because of that, differences have also arisen in their standard of living. Since right to equality is given in our constitution, after independence, untouchability is removed. Now, before independence, people of certain castes, people of certain class were considered untouchables. Like you should not touch them, you should stay away from that. But that is not a proper way to treat any human being. So right to equality has given them the right, and now that untouchability is removed after independence. Now the right to equality is granted to everybody, so all the people get equal opportunity, justice and status. Sometimes due to discrimination, the laws are bended. It's like people who are rich or people who are from higher castes, they were given certain preferences. But due to right to equality, everyone has the equal opportunity, justice and status. Then right to education. RTE has given the right to free and compulsory education to children, so everybody has got an opportunity of primary education. We studied about RTE last year, that right to education. Due to that, all the schools have to give free education to certain students. These students, till they are 14 years of age, till they get their primary education, the schooling, the fees are removed or they get free education. Government has enhanced the educational and infrastructure facilities like village roads, primary health center, electricity, drinking water, etc. for the community development. Now, cities are developing on their own, but government has also made sure that educational and infrastructure facilities. Infrastructure means the facilities related to the construction of roads or health centers, hospitals, electricity is provided, drinking water. All these facilities are even available in the villages or the rural regions of India for the community development. Equal opportunities are granted to women according to the constitutional provisions so that their honor and respect can be maintained. Not only men but women are also given the opportunities according to the constitutional provisions. As per our Samvidhan, they are also given opportunities so that their honor and respect, the honor and respect of the women can be maintained. Because of getting constitutional right, people follow their own religion, speak their own language, celebrate their own festival. Discrimination is decreasing after independence. As per our constitution, all the citizens are given certain rights, and due to that rights, they can speak their own language. It's not that their language has to be changed or they have to be converted into other religion. They have the right to follow their own religion, speak their own language, or celebrate their own festival. In India, all the festivals are celebrated. It's not that only festivals of particular religions are allowed to be celebrated. We see all the festivals are being carried out on the roads as well. And due to this constitution, the discrimination is decreasing after independence. Some seats are kept reserved for the people of certain caste in the election of Gram Panchayat to Parliament. We have seen various instances where a quota is maintained. See, of all the seats, some proportion, some ratio is kept reserved for people of certain castes so that they do not get left out. They get the opportunity. Same thing is considered in the matter of jobs also. For government jobs, in fact, even for getting admission in government schools or colleges, that fixed reservation is there. Like these seats are reserved for students or people of these castes. There they are also given certain concession, like if you want to apply for a government job, and ordinary people or people belonging to general category may have to get 80%, but people from these scheduled castes, they can get 75% or 70% and they will be considered. And even otherwise, like certain seats are fixed for them, like in government schools or government colleges, there are just 40 seats. You can take just 40 students, but out of that 10 students or 5 students are from these reserved castes. Hostels, scholarships and schemes of financial assistance for the students are implemented so that all can get opportunity for further development in social, economical, cultural and political field. Besides that, certain hostels, scholarships and schemes of financial assistance. Schemes of financial assistance means a kind of loan is also given, or some concessions, or the concept of scholarships, their fees are reduced. All these things are given so that they can develop in society, or that economic, cultural and political field. In all these fields also they can move ahead, they can come forward. Discrimination between girls and boys. Now, I know you are grown up and you can see for yourselves like how a girl is being treated and how a boy is being treated, or how what roles do male figure has in the family and what the females in the family do. Not only in India, but also in the world, women play a major role as a resource in national development. For the development of a country, none of the nation can say that only the men of the nation will bring the country forward. Only the men will develop the nation. Women are needed. They are very resourceful. They play a major role as a resource in national development. But due to biological differences with social and cultural viewpoint, there is difference in the upbringing of girls and boys. We know there are biological difference between girls and boys, and the society and the cultural viewpoint, things that have been carried on from past, and that mindset of the society or the mindset of that culture. Due to that, there is difference in upbringing, how girls and boys are taught or how they are made into adults, the values that we put in girls and boys, there is difference. So we find difference in the development also. So from childhood, the values that we put are different. So if the same thing is carried forward, we can see like as a child they are treated differently. So when they become adults, they are developed differently. Today, majority of women remain engaged in cooking, household chores, and upbringing children. Now, I know that girls are not dumb or they cannot do certain work. It's not like that. But still, majority of women remain engaged in cooking, household chores, and upbringing children. They have to take care of children. These roles are fixed for women only. Women don't have importance to take decision regarding family matters. In your family or in majority of the families, you may not be seeing this, but it is the case even in educated families or most of the families of India. Like they are not given even the importance to take decision that regarding their own family. In that decision making also, they are not considered. Girls are deprived of healthcare, education, and economical rights. Girls are not given proper healthcare, education, and economical rights. The rights that they have in financial situations, even they are not given to them. Girls are not given equal opportunities in the field of sports education. Now, we know it's not that only men of a nation are doing good in sports. Women are also doing good, but they are not given same opportunities as they are given as the opportunities are given to men. And the same thing is about education. A family may be allotting certain money or may be giving a right to boys to move ahead with studies, but women may be stopped after certain education. They are deprived of moving freely and thinking independently. Girls are not allowed to move freely. The society, the environment has been such that girls can't move freely and think independently. It's not that they can think for themselves. They have to think of various other factors. They have to think of things which boys don't have to care about. They are not even treated equally. Girls are victims of child marriages, parda system, dowry system, and other evil customs because of low literacy rate. Literacy rate, I told that education, as people are not that educated, they do not have that thinking, and because of that, they are victims of child marriages. Child marriages, girls of very young age, they are married off. Then parda system, we know that women have to be in parda. Dowry system, during marriages, that extra amount of money is to be given to the groom. The bride's family gives money to the groom for marrying their daughter, and other evil customs because of low literacy rate. As people are not that educated, they do all these things, and girls are the victims of such practices. Birth of boy is given preference, so girls become victims of female feticide. Feticide means that fetus, that child in the embryo, that child is killed before even getting birth, just because that child, that baby was a girl. As parents want the birth of a boy, they want a boy to continue their name. So, and they do not want girl because they think that girl is a bigger responsibility. But because of that, female feticides are also taking place. Less number of female in various fields show the discrimination between male and female clearly. In many fields, there will be more male compared to female. So we can already see that there is difference, there is this discrimination. With the rising level of education, this discrimination is gradually decreasing. But as education is increasing, this discrimination between male and female, between girl and boy, is gradually decreasing. Various steps are also taken by government. Let's study about that. Efforts to remove differences towards female. National Commission for Women was formed in 1992. Nari Adalat have been established so that women can easily get justice. Women welfare centers were formed to solve problems of women. Society and government have made combined efforts to increase ratio of girl education. Laws have been framed to ensure equal ownership in family property. Strict laws have been framed to prohibit child marriages, dowry system, and female feticide. Many programs have been implemented since 1980 in our country to ensure that women receive equal status, education, and security. With this, the chapter gets over. Read it once again from your textbook and we'll do the exercises in the next class. Enjoy your day. Bye.